Alright, I think that's the most important thing that bicyclists need, because you're rather exposed on a bike when you're versus a car. You're not in a steel frame. So protecting your head is very important. So I always try to bring my helmet, and then bring a pouch, something to keep all the tools in, which I'll show you now. Probably the most important is extra inner tubes and something to change the tube with. This thing right here slides between your rim and your tread, so that you can pop the old inner tube out and slide the new one in. You don't want to use anything metal like a screwdriver to do that, because you can bend up your rim, so that's why I carry the plastic thing. For minor adjustments such as seats, handlebars, pedals, well actually pedals, there's like a pedal wrench, but this here has most of the Allen keys that I would need, and then this has most of the Allen keys on it as well for all those adjustments, but also has a flat head. I think that's called like a star. Then there's this right here, which helps you disconnect and reconnect your chain. It's what is it, pin puller? I forget what the exact term is. But that's useful if you get, a kink in your chain, or you bend up one of the little rings. You can replace that, or if you keep an extra chain with you, you can always just take it off. These are bike lights, very important at night. In fact, I think that you're required, if you want to ride your bike on the road and be legal, to have lights at night, so I carry them with me. These are kits. I have two just because one didn't have everything in it and I never took the rest out. But these kits have sandpaper, glue, and little patches, so that if my inner tube were to get a tiny hole, so that I could salvage it and not have to replace it, I could just sand down the area, apply some glue, and put one of these patches over top. And that saves me the money of having to buy a new inner tube every single time I get it flat. This right here is a spoke tension wrench. You can tighten the tension on your spokes or loosen it, depending on which way your wheel's bending. So in other words, this tool right here will straighten your wheel for you, like get rid of the wobbles. Then of course just a plain old wrench, which is great to have. Nuts, bolts. And let's see. Then this guy, I keep some lubricating oil on me, just because you ride in the rain or something, you dry your bike off, you might want to add some oil so you don't rust up and cause yourself more issues later on. Well, let's see. This is just more or less a backup for my wrench or the Allen key if I ever have an issue. It's got these little teeth in here, which are very useful for when you have a malformed mechanism of some sort, like a bolt that's broken or an Allen key that's stripped. It seems to work well. This here is actually my friend's. It came off of a kit that he bought for bikes, and so each one of these things here supposedly fits into a different spot on the bike. I don't use it that often, but I found it useful. And this guy here, where the hell did that come from? I think it had something to do with, any guesses? Yeah, the end on this, if you just want to take note of, there's a flat end here, and then there's a rounded end, and so that you don't have to go straight in to turn. You can go on an angle.